What's up guys, it's Lord Botha here with another video, and in this video we are going to be covering the breaking news of the SAG-AFTRA strike.
Krusty Krab is unfair!
That is to say that the voice actors for SAG-AFTRA have decided to go on strike against video game developers not giving any voice lines or anything like that. SAG-AFTRA strike against video game publishers began on July 26. SAG-AFTRA is striking against video game publishers to protect actors from being exploited with the help of artificial intelligence. Yeah, so the Actors Guild has essentially been in contract negotiations with the video game industry for about 2 years now, and the main sticking point has been the use of artificial intelligence. Essentially, the voice actors are worried that artificial intelligence is going to make them essentially the horse-drawn carriage of the acting world. Which, to be fair, makes sense. I mean, AI is probably cheaper and easier to program, and I'm sure there's also worries about the idea of owning likenesses in perpetuity by companies, so they can just digitally scan faces and continue using them, or AI-altered versions of them for characters going on and on. After a year and a half of negotiations, a deal has not been reached. The union wants to ensure that artificial intelligence is not used as a tactic to take advantage of actors' major games. SAG-AFTRA noted in their statement, the convenience bargaining group with whom SAG-AFTRA is negotiating includes Activision Productions, Inc., Blind Link LLC, Disney Voices, etc., etc., and they name all the big name gaming companies here. They stated on their website, SAG-AFTRA members who perform in video games are going on strike against all video game companies signed to Interactive Media Agreement 12:01 a.m. Friday, July 26. The strike is called by Duncan Crabtree Ireland, the union's national executive director and chief negotiator. Duncan revealed the video game industry generates billions of dollars profit annually. The driving force behind the success is the creative people who design and create those games. That includes the SAG-AFTRA members who bring memorable and beloved game characters to life, and they deserve and demand the same fundamental protections as the performers in film, television, streaming, and music. Fair compensation and the right of informed consent for AI use of their faces, voices, and bodies. And I guess that is partially true, right? It's hard to have a video game about characters when you don't have anybody to voice or be the models for your characters. And for anyone who thinks that just anybody can do voice acting and sound alright, go play the first Descendants. You'll find out very quickly what bad acting in video games sounds like, even in this day and age.
Alpha must be able to see all your entry logs as well, so why did you come back? Are you trying to screw with me?
In an Instagram post shared on Thursday, July 25th, followers of the community shared their opinions on the matter. This is getting out of hand with AI replacing actors and voiceover actors, blah, 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 other people's opinions on it. This, an article from Deadline here, also states, we're not going to consent to a contract that allows companies to abuse AI to the detriment of our members. Enough is enough. When these companies get serious about offering an agreement our members can live and work with, we will be here ready to negotiate. That was a quote from SAG-AFTRA's president, Fran Drescher. Yeah, because when I think of voice acting experts, I definitely think of the nanny. Now, what does this all mean for you, the consumer? Well, it means that some games might be delayed even further than they already have been, because it seems par for the course these days that games are just delayed a lot longer than their original release date. Also, it means that when this is finally resolved, there is going to probably be some kind of ban or restrictions on AI usage, and it also means that voiceover actors are going to be paid more, which I'm sure the video game industry will love very much so. They're probably like, we just got this ESG money to stop ourselves from going bankrupt as a company. Newsflash, it's not going to. And you guys want more money and restrictions on things that would help cut our costs. So yeah, they're probably not happy about it from that standpoint. That said, this also gives them a reason, like Hollywood before them, to delay a whole bunch of games or cancel a whole bunch of games that were not going to be ready on time or were going to be terrible. It also gives them an excuse that when that game releases, they can be like, well, it's terrible because we were under a crunch from the strike. Ooh, we had to work really hard, really fast to push this out, and it diminished the quality of the game. We're sorry.
Sorry.
There will be some games, however, that are not going to be affected by this. Unfortunately, Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to come out on time. The voice acting is far past done on that. So that's definitely going to come out soon. Also, some other big titles like GTA 6 are already putting out that they won't be delayed from this actor strike. But all in all, this is probably going to end up causing some delays in major games. It might also cause some smaller projects to be canceled. But let's be honest, those major games were probably going to get delayed anyway, so I wouldn't really worry about this affecting the timetable. The timetables for most major games coming out are probably going to get pushed back, or they're already to a point where the voice acting strike isn't going to really affect them. Now, if this strike goes on a really long time, like something wild, like over a year or something, you could maybe see like a push to put out more remasters and remakes of certain games that just use the same voice lines rather than creating new projects, which, to be honest, I'm not really against. I gotta say, like a lot of gamers these days, I feel like I'm going back to older games and playing that more than I'm picking up new stuff. But anyway, these are just my thoughts on the current state of the SAG-AFTRA strike. If you guys have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you listening to all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.